Well, hello and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the most innovative tarot reading on the internet. Why? All about the presentation. It's a two-step metaphysical technique. First and foremost, top of the list, our goal, our destination, tarot. Take a three-card read. Each of the cards has its own particular frequency, but I distill all three into one single frequency, one message. So all you need is three cards. I've seen tarot readers over the 20 years that I've been doing tarot. I've seen them lay out anywhere from a dozen to 2 dozen, 3 dozen. I've seen even one person do 100 cards. How the hell are you going to make sense out of something like that? You can't. We know there's something, and for lack of a better word, magical. I hate using that word, but there is something magical about the frequency to the number three. Tesla thought so. Einstein thought so. A lot of religions also use that frequency of three. So I only use three cards, squeeze down those frequencies into one essential frequency. Three cards, one message. The idea is to be simple, to be clear, to be clean, direct, to give you a reading that you can almost feel, to give you the big picture. I don't do fantasy, unicorns, rainbows, any of that stuff. It's the matrix revealed. Tarot equals manifesting. Manifesting is literally the human kryptonite. We all have it from birth, but it's taken away from us as planned. Back in the early 1900s, Rockefeller spent what would today be the equivalent of billions of dollars to change the educational system. And the reason he did that was he said, I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. Thinking screws up the deep state because it means that you want to peek behind the curtain, which is why they tell you don't do your own research. But if you can think for yourself, you can create for yourself. They don't want that. They don't want that. So the matrix manifesting, that's the human kryptonite. And as we go through the educational system, we lose that ability. They've done studies, 3, maybe 4 over the last 30 years. 5-year-olds loaded with creativity. By the time they graduate from college, it's almost all gone. Seriously. 99% of 5-year-olds are extremely creative, inventive. They have lots of manifesting ability. College graduates, 1%. How many master's people or PhD people do you know are dumb as shit? Oh, they can spit the facts as they memorize them. They can spit that out, but actually thinking, not so good. That's the way it was designed. Tarot is the science of your potential. It is tarot transmutation. So what I do is take the 3 cards down to 1 card. I bring your frequency to life. We give you a chance to manifest again positively. Now, the second step is taking the tarot frequency, making it usable. Think of it as a cosmic weather report for a tarot. To do that, I use one of 2 databases, sometimes both. First is astrology numerology. I've done astrology numerology for 50 years, like I said, tarot for 20. So I've been around the block a couple of times. And added to that, I may take images. I call it moments in time. Images from history, from current times. There are themes because history repeats, because the astrology repeats. Let me give you a fast little example. 1992, George H.W. Bush, who I think is a war criminal, in fact, I know is, he ushered in the New World Order. Pluto and Neptune take 500 years to come around and meet again. So you take 1992, subtract 500, we're at 1492. 1492, Columbus. Among some other interesting things that happened in 1492. But in 1492, he was going to the New World. 1992, New World Order. 1492, the New World. Let's go back 500 years from 1492, 992. The world changed again. Christianity, the Mongols, the Byzantine Empire. There were a couple of groups there, philosophical groups, religious groups, who decided that they were going to work together. It didn't last more than 100 or 200 years, but it changed the way the world was structured. You see this, the theme? 992, 1492, 1992. That's what repeats. So that's why I use astrology or the images, historic images. Either way, the idea is to give you the manifesting frequency to fire up that kryptonite energy, to put you to that 5-year-old again, to get you to go, ooh, I can think and feel for myself. Today, we're focusing on stand up, stand out. That's the message in today's reading. Stand up, stand out. This is not a time to be a shrinking violet. Doesn't mean that you have to start a revolution. Although with the energies that are out there right now, it wouldn't be surprising. But no, it's time to go. Time to go. You can't sit back on the sidelines and comment about the game. You got to get in the game somehow, a little bit. You're not going to be a major player, probably. You're not going to be a world leader, probably. But you can change your frequency, change your manifesting, change your world. You change the world. So the theme for today is stand up, stand out. We're going to get into more of it in just a moment, but I want to kind of line things up here. Today's tarot message from the cosmic cycles. Remember, we say history repeats because astrology repeats, the cosmic cycles. Today's tarot message is green lighting the future, your future. Time, as I said, moves in cycles. One cycle rolling into another. The idea is to follow the signals that fate gives us. At any time in your life, fate may change the signals, however. It does so in surprising ways. You get a red light one time, yellow light, green light. Each carries instructions. Right now, you have a chance to move on the green light. Take advantage of this opportunity. Now, it may not be obvious at first, and especially if you're a little afraid, concerned. But this is where you need to be. Time to go. The shit is being thrown in the fan and it's going to splatter. We got the stuff going on in South America, this Charlie Kirk thing, man. You know, at first I thought, well, it was an assassination attempt, but boy, I'm looking at it now, and I'm thinking, we don't see the body, we don't get any information, the judge has locked down everything. Maybe it's a psyops. I mean, Charlie could be doing something like this, setting something like up because he was afraid he was going to get assassinated, or maybe the bad people decided this was a way to take him out. Isn't it interesting? We get one single shooter again in impossible circumstances, and then the body disappears and you can't get any information. Something's up. So you cannot simply stop. And of course, we got the ever-present danger of robots. I guess what? Amazon's letting go of 30,000 people. Is it UPS or FedEx is letting go of another 30 or 40,000 people? We're stepping into some heavy shit, folks. It is time to go. Step up, stand out, even if it's in a small way. Right now, it's more important than ever. Hey, let me remind you, I do have an email that you can send me anything you want, frankly. tao-tarot@proton.me, tao-tarot@proton.me. It can be friendly, not so friendly. It can say that I'm an idiot, which, well, a lot of people around me would agree. Nevertheless, you would just be joining a crowd. You wouldn't be standing up. But if you got anything to say, tao-tarot@proton.me. Alrighty, so let's get to it, huh? Thinking out loud. Boy, today we spent a lot of time thinking about how the deep state is poisoning us. Upper right, here we got Bobby Kennedy. He says that he's going after Fauci. He says he's been stonewalling long enough. Then there is this nurse over in the upper left who says, man, you would not believe what hospitals have done to put patients down. COVID, that was the excuse. but that was not the intent, according to her anyway. Bottom left, still waiting for somebody to literally explain how billions of unvaxxed people with no boosters are still alive. The other ones are dropping like flies. You take a look at the people who are real serious scientists, who are really honest. All the information, and I mean it's coming from all around the world. But maybe even better, you take a look at the actuaries, the people who keep track of those kinds of things, deaths, births, all kinds of stuff for the insurance companies, for businesses, the actuaries. They're saying, holy crap, there's a tsunami of people dropping dead all the time. You hear somebody in the news who's 30, 40, 50, 60. Notice how many of them are dying suddenly? And the bottom right, I am one of those people who did not vax. I never bought it for a minute, won't do it again, ever. But the message is replied here. None of us regret not getting it. Same can't be said for people who got the shot because they have a clue, whether they're informed or not. They have a gut feeling they made a mistake. Let's go to the meme of the day. We're sticking with this poisoning vax idea. And up in the upper left, let's see, Billy Gates. He's been kicked out of several countries in Africa because he was sterilizing the women, spreading disease with his experiments, make that vaccines. And then just recently, Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley from Iowa, Republican, said, we're going to start taking a look at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, the Ford Fund, other places. They're the ones who are putting up the cash for all this mischief. Over on the upper right, WHO unveils the AI system to monitor global online conversations for misinformation. Anybody who has the balls to declare they know what is misinformation are the bastards who have lied to us again and again and again. They lied about masks. They lied about 2 weeks. They lied about the side effects. They lied, and they now are using AI to control misinformation. Bullshit. And the final one, bottom right, Del Bigtree, who's been on this vaccine ever since the beginning, is reporting that rumor has it that health agency databases were destroyed to prevent the Secretary Kennedy from getting all the information. Destroyed information. There's a lot of that going on. If you don't have it, if it's disappeared, oh my goodness. Everything that comes up about the vaxes, about the World Health Organization, about the World Economic Forum, about the multi-billionaires, all of it is negative. And as I've said many times, here they have the opportunity to do good, and they choose evil. This is the reason why it is time to stand up or step up and stand out. Now is the time to go. Now. How about the missing link? Tying it all together? Boy, this just said what I just said. Up in the upper left, once you realize that every billionaire in America, make it the world, every billionaire is a Zionist making hundreds of billions of dollars off of Israel and the story of Israel, you wake up. Because there are currently no billionaires who identify as anti-Israel. None. Over in the upper right, you really think it's just a coincidence that all the world leaders who are WEF, World Economic Forum members, are trying to implement a digital social credit system without our consent? They're all doing it. They're all pushing. I said when they have a choice to do good, they do evil. But if you really begin to understand that all of the world's leaders are pushing towards complete, total control of humanity, tell me how your vote matters. It don't make any difference who you vote for. You still get the same person. One party, but with two wings. When are we going to stop lying to ourselves? Plato says it best 3,000 years ago, and he got it right. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and the lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. Mark Twain said it's easier to fool somebody than to convince them they've been fooled. Still holds. Still holds. My theme, America first, only America first. End of story. Don't like it? Go somewhere else. Doesn't make any difference. Alrighty, let's go to the tarot. Manifested reading energy. The first we begin with is death. Boy, we've had that and the Tower card coming up quite a bit over the last week or two. Not surprising, we're in that phase. That's why I say this is the time to step up and stand out. You've got to do it. Time to go. Death card deals with endings and beginnings. That's exactly what we're going through. And I mean, there's no way to escape it at this point. We're stuck. They do whatever they want, whenever they want. And they don't give a damn because nobody does anything. After the death card is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is your value system. And the Eight of Pentacles at this point says you are willing to put in the effort it takes for a new beginning. You're willing to put in the effort. And the final card, Temperance, what you're doing is working to heal. Not simply yourself, but the world, humanity as best you can. You realize it's never going to be perfect. That's not the point. But there is a lot of room for healing. And with death knocking at our door, something's going to go, but we can open up the door wide, let something much better in. We're willing to do it. The Eight of Pentacles said, yes, 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 I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to step up and stand out. The Temperance card tells you how to heal. All important energy for sure. Yes, yes, I love it. So we're out of time. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it muchly. I know it's an investment, and I don't take it lightly. God bless you. Thank you. And please like and subscribe. It is more important than ever. They're fooling around with the internet very quietly. Things are going on. I can't imagine what mischief is coming. But to lose the whole internet wouldn't surprise me. But it could get even worse than that. So please like and subscribe. Help us out. Like and subscribe. Between now and the next time you and I manifest tarot together, peace and blessings.